some fun stuff to talk about today. Getting a little SEGA background that. Yeah, back in the 90s, that was pretty nice. We don't have a couch. We put like a mat on the floor. And you sit there and you just play video games all damn day. Man, it brings back the old days. Now I'm just like so competitive with like certain things that I can't play the same game 1,000 times, but I wonder if it's going to nope. But yeah, it's very interesting stuff that happened at work. By interesting, I mean people that have like issues with working, like always. I think everywhere everyone's having this problem. It's not everybody I work with in general. Not it's only a couple people that I work with, and some of those couple people are very bad workers some of the time. And some people use people a lot. It gets on my fucking nerves. Selfish people. So anyway, so I'm sitting there working at. I came in early because it was like, okay, I wanted to come in early in that because I had to alleviate someone else. They left at 6. I came in. I was supposed to be there. I ended up coming at 7. So I left an hour early. I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave an hour early in that because, there's supposed to be a whole bunch of people closing. I'm like, okay. So I didn't leave an hour early in general, and I worked the hours I was supposed to work. I worked a little bit extra. So I'm sitting at like 30, above 30 and a half hours. It was like 30.68 because they don't go by 30 minutes intervals, 30, 60. They go by 50% at 30, for the hours. So I'm sitting there now. I'm like, okay, I got one more day to working out. I'm working. I can't remember. I have to look at it. I think it's a 6-hour shift or something like that. So I'll probably end up staying a little bit later tonight because truck's coming in tomorrow. So I gotta stay past when truck comes in. Whenever they do come in, I gotta do truck and that. Blah blah blah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm working with the boys. When we all get together, we all work out really good. Everybody always talks a little shit about each other as men, but men kind of get over it. We kind of just like, whatever, we don't care. Women, when women talk shit, they hold on to that. They hold on to that shit, and they like to use it whenever they fucking can. That's what I don't like about, like, women that are just, they're not even saying about being a fucking emotional. They're just so damn negative. They're negative influence women that always hold on to this fucking guilty bullshit, and they want to say taking revenge on people. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if I lose my job. It doesn't matter anything. I believe I'm right kind of thing. And it's like, woman, if you think you believe you're right all the time, then why don't you just do a better fucking job? Why don't you actually be the person that you're assuming that you are? That's the key. Be the person assume that you are. If you're a fucking great working person, then fucking work. Get your shit done. Stay on the damn floor. Do your damn job. People want to take money for granted when they make it. And I said the only reason why you have a job is because people sit there and they feel bad for you. And then you suck up to them and you're like, well, I could do better. You're fucking old. You're in your 30s like me. And I get it, there's problems in that. Your circumstances are different. But your lifestyle, you don't pay bills. You pay a very small amount of bills. And you blow all your money on concert tickets and blow all your money on this stuff and that. And I'm listening to the stuff and that. It's like, you're all broke. Every single time I talk to people they're always broke. Always broke. Have no money. How the fuck do you not have money? You get paid $700-800. If you're not paying any fucking bills, you pay what? $200 a month in bills? That's $200 a month in bills. You get paid twice a month. You get paid close to $1,000, say $850 to $1,000 every 2 weeks, and you may have to pay $200-300 in bills. How the fuck are you broke? And if you spend one whole paycheck a month, you still have another fucking paycheck to save. That's my philosophy. I at least want to try to save one paycheck. Like this paycheck, I haven't spent fucking shit. I buy energy drinks every day before I go to work. I spend like $6 a day. So in 2 weeks, maybe not on my days off, but I'm working 6 days. We got the time. So, just to say, in 12 days, say about $6, that's $72 I'm spending. Give or take. Say $75 for 2 weeks I'm spending on energy drinks. I eat at home. I barely ever go out. I don't mind going out, but I don't go out because I have the money. I go out because I'm out to begin with. If I go to the fucking gym and I want to eat, I have the money to say, hey, I'm going to go to a steakhouse and spend me $100 fucking dollars. And I can. And I'm not going to sweat it because I know I have the money to be able to do it. But I don't splurge on it. So anyway, so I'm like, I'm sitting there at work and that. No. She comes in. I'm critiquing her job because she does up and down shit. And she's going to end up losing it or getting demoted or something's going to end up happening because she can't handle the full frontal of how simple it is to fucking work at a fucking fast food place as a manager. You don't deal with a lot of shit. Number one, if you want to be in any type of management position, you have to deal with stress accordingly. Or you just don't give a fuck. You just stop caring. You only care about it when the situation comes up. People build up such mass anxiety issues. And because maybe they lack intelligence, which most likely they do, when you're a fucking idiot or stupid or ignorant or dumb fuck, or you're a fucking Neanderthal, whatever terms you want to use, you have to gain more intelligence to understand that you won't have any anxiety if you know stuff. Or you just swing it. Like, I swing shit. I learn by mistakes. Some people don't want to learn by mistakes because they don't want to make them in the first place. So they train themselves. They look at the situation. They might make the mistakes to themselves because you can mentally train yourself to do stuff. I've done it before. But a lot of times that it comes down to making mistakes. I'd rather do actual experience mistakes because I learn quicker. And then it develops my brain to say making mistakes is a natural thing. My brain's saying you can't learn unless you fuck up. But some people's brains are saying, don't fuck up because it makes you look stupid. But you're going to fuck up because you don't know. But the biggest thing is, how many people lie about shit? Be like, oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know I fucked up. I mean, we all been through that. I said there's nothing wrong with that. I've been through when I was younger and that. I have to say, it happens sometimes. But the whole point I was saying is, we have to constantly try to at least push ourselves forward. And the best thing to push ourselves forward with is to not think the past exists anymore. The past is dead. When you wake up the next day, the other day is dead. It's no longer living. You can't go back. This is the mindset that people like to think. And people push these mindsets, talk about time travel shit. Past is a good way to learn from, yes. If you think about your past and you think about all the stuff that you learned until now, then you could be like, oh, now I know. I do that with myself. When I was a kid, if I had the knowledge I had now when I was a fucking kid, oh, I'd be fucking jacked. I'd be rich. I would be famous. I would have a hot ass, big titty fucking wife, be blasting her booty in at my age, having a family, being a multi-million-dollar person if I had the knowledge I had now. But I can't go back in the past. And the knowledge is still gaining. This is what I like about when Jesus talks. He talks literally, it makes complete honest sense. He talks about being legitimate. Every day is a gift. The past doesn't matter. Future is unknown. And why does he say it like that? Because the past makes you worry and have anxiety because you want to worry about something. You want to hold on to an emotion that is dead. That's what holding on to it means. When people hold on to a dead one, they hold on to emotion of a dead one. They get sad, and God tells you to push on. People die. People make mistakes. Death and mistakes are literally almost the same. They're both dead until you learn to move on, until you know to move on. Once you learn to move on from a death, you grow stronger. Once you move on from a mistake, you grow stronger. You have to move forward with it. And this is where people have the misconception of stuff. They want to lie about it, and they want to dig themselves to the past. They want to dig their hole, and they want to be safe and concerned like they're still a baby. Like they're still in their mama's womb. Everything's safe and warm, and you don't have to do nothing. You're already being fed through the umbilical cord. Everything's fucking perfectly fine till mommy poops you out, and then you gotta grow. But then you're still being spoon-fed with baby food. Some people live that spoon-fed life their whole entire life. Yeah, until they're fucking dead. So, if anyone knows how this, why our minds go down that path, a lot of times it's being spoiled or being unorthodox. Some people are just very unorthodox or very weird, very awkward in that. And a lot of times people say, oh, it's all doesn't. No, you're just fucking weird because you don't agree with what the world does. I'm a fucking weirdo. I don't agree with what the world does. I'm a Jesus person. People say, well, being a Jesus person is so bad. Yeah, well, it's a lot better than you. I'd rather follow the actual living God or follow the dumb fucking dirty sewer rat shit. Sorry to bring up AVGN. The dirty sewer rat shits of fucking Hollywood that everybody's sitting there dancing to. Man, I was listening to Nicki Minaj for an hour straight. Some of her music was talking about how she got cheated on by some dude in there that fucked her for 7 years and all that stuff. And yeah, of course he cheated on you. Because you ain't a woman. You a hoe. You talk about being a hoe, and now you got the hoe treatment. Guys gonna come in you, and they're gonna pull out and be like, thanks for the ass, bitch. I'm going, damn, don't you love me? That's hell no, bitch, I don't love you. That booty smells like fucking chalked up, fucking nasty ass doo-doo breath. Oh my god, I can't believe my big booty don't sight people anymore. Yeah, you got fucking nasty ass mud flaps down there. Because you created yourself to be like this. Because being a boss bitch with fucking those big old fat injected booties, which all these bitches are fucking getting now. They're all getting fat injected booties. Like, I get men for days. They slap their fucking booty cheeks and that. They look fucking weird as fuck because their ass fat's so big compared to their legs. It makes them look like shit. And you see it all the time. No one wants to be with you because you do the hoe treatment. So going back to what I was saying, that I got a little overboard. So what happened today working out, or yesterday working out? So I came in, I do my normal stuff, and I was waiting for someone to get off the clock and that. I clocked in, I got on the line that, start working that. Wasn't that busy, just casual off and on business for like a couple hours. So my shift lead comes in. Something was off with her. She seemed extremely exhausted. Like, okay, I believe she worked till like 7 the other day. She hasn't closed. She only closes on 2 days. This was her first close. And so she's sitting there, and she's been closing with me for the last couple months, at least like a month and a half now. She's getting better with closing, but more or less likely it's not as the projection that I would want to be. Like, move faster. Come on. Count faster, move faster than that. Even a slight bit of speed would indicate better. That's what I'm saying. Some days are better than others with this person. But I would tell you from a critiquing person. No, I was a manager for a little while in that. I critique people. I was a manager for like 2 years in that. Not a long ass time. But I've always been a very critiquative person. Because I want to critique myself too. That's why, I do more cardio on that. I'm trying to get more leaner in that. I'm trying to build more muscle in that. And it's working. Is it taking time? Everything takes time. What I'm trying to say is being a manager for 2 years now and working with someone that was a junkie, yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Because the person would never fucking listen. I'm not saying these two people are alike, the one I used to work with. I'm not saying they do the same drugs, because I don't believe that they do. They might do similar drugs. Some people that do, high up drugs and that, like heroin or crack or something like that, they do supplement drugs to put them on the same kind of feeling but it's not as addicting. Yeah, just do more fucking drugs. It's fucking people are stupid. These pharmaceuticals are smart. Here, we'll make a drug. It's like heroin, but it's not like heroin. Motherfucker, it's fucking heroin with a little bit of edge taken off of it, so you can slowly dose down. But people still abuse the shit out of them. Abusers are abusers for a reason. It's a psychological thing. They're mentally fucked up. They have to rely on that crazy amount of dopamine and that crazy amount of downing. That's why most of these people are such addicted to sex. Like they want to have sex. You think OnlyFans are fucking sitting there playing around their twats all day without being on drugs? No human being does that shit. No normal human being just takes a caffeine supplement and rubs on their twat all damn day. No. They're on stuff. Whatever it might be a slight stimulant. Maybe these bitches might sniff a little cocaine or put a little cocaine in their water and that. There's all kinds of shit people could do. So anyway, so like she comes in and that. Yeah, I get sidetracked. Sorry. She comes in and that. I felt something was off now. Okay, so I'm sitting on the line. That one of the guys left at I believe he left at 10. It seems like she doesn't come in it and she doesn't claim charge. I said, well, yeah. First off, because you're a woman. Most women don't claim charge when they walk in unless they're actually taking this shit fucking seriously. I hate to say it though, you don't really claim charge. Like you can, but you don't want to. Because men love that shit. Men love coming and say, okay, let's get this shit going today, guys. Going around and pick Pete and everything. That's literally what I do. I'm like, I'm not a manager, but I don't need to be a manager to make the job better so we can perform better. And everybody agrees with me. They all agree with me. There's stuff that has to be done. Just little stuff here and there, man. It's like it's a job. We'll be doing this shit for the next 5 to 6 to 10 fucking years. We might as well make it as best as we can. We might as well make it better. We might as well all learn from each other and make it better for everybody. But you always got the one person that's like, well, everybody else has to do stuff for that because I don't feel good today. Okay, well, have you done anything for anybody else? Are you always on relying on other people? This is where it comes to this lady. She's always, my tummy hurts, da da da. It's like, oh, I'm nauseous and all stuff and that. I'm like, why the fuck are you nauseous? Well, I got mass anxiety now. Like, I love how people say anxiety is a disability or some bullshit like that. It's like, no, anxiety is over worrying and thinking about stuff that it's not in your control because you don't fucking know. That's where anxiety comes from. It's a pattern of thinking too much. Because you want to know stuff. I tell anxiety that? Go fuck yourself. Anxiety, depression, all that pussy ass, whooping ass shit, go fuck yourself. Because Lord Jesus Christ telling me to not worry that, I'm not worrying about Jack and shit. And Jack just left town. I ain't worried about absolutely fucking nothing besides the seconds I breathe. I worry about the things I might slightly do today, but I'm not going to have anxiety about it. And my worries are just a simple thought. I'm going to do something today. I'm going to go to the gym once the temperature gets up because it's fucking still cold as fuck outside. It's still a little early. I'm going to get jacked. I'm going to go to the gym and lift a whole bunch of fucking weights today. Probably going to do my back today. Hit some triceps and see how my biceps feel in that. Because they still kind of hurt a little bit. So I'm going to hit them a little hard. So I can't say it's a worry because worry means I might do something wrong. These are just thoughts. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to smash it. Stare at some girls' big, fat, juicy ass booties up there. Because they come up there swinging those booties all over the place anyway. So I might as well perform with my eyes and stare at some fucking hot bitches with some fat booties. Yeah, why not? They walk around with them fucking tight ass pants on anyway. I might as well get a good look at them. They can look at me and thinking that, you look at me like, well, you're a woman. I'm going to look at you. Well, man, that's why I'm in you. That's why man is inside of a woman, which means dick's supposed to go inside your vagina. That's the whole point of woman and man, is that we're supposed to be together. Duh. But you play the games. Anyway, sidetracked again. Fucking hell. Gym bitches. Anyway. So anyway, I start working that. I'm like, okay, it's like 9 o'clock and that. She finally gets on that. I'm leaving at 12, so I got like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. And so I get online. She gets online for a little bit, and then she starts complaining because she wanted to go to the bathroom. I said, honey, you were here for an hour before the other person left. An hour. And you could have gone to the bathroom before that? You want to go to the bathroom when I'm on the line by my fucking self? And you want to complain because cars are coming? Like, okay, let's go to this scenario now. So we had a couple cars coming in that. She's like, I want to go to the bathroom that. She's sitting there literally, I don't know what the hell she's doing. She's sitting in the office, just sitting there staring at you. She was completely zoning out. Like she took Adderall or something. Her focus was so high. And I've been like that before, but I don't take fucking Adderall. I focus on shit. I'm a very heavy meditative person. I take pre-workout and energy drinks to that. So my focus is a little bit higher in general. Because Adderall does that. Adderall will literally make you space out. And Adderall is very, very intense. Energy drinks, not so intense. Unless you take a lot of it, even still. If you drink water and that and eat that, it normally dissipates a little bit. So I'm sitting there and like, she's just standing there. I'm sitting at the side of my eye and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just standing there. You have no umph to get on the line. You're standing there. And you walk by me a couple of times. Like just completely zombified. Like you took a bunch of like you took a Xanax or something. You're like, okay. No offense. You shouldn't be working with me because I can't stand working with people that don't want to fucking do their jobs. Especially if it's management. So many women managers that I worked with in that, they always did all the same things. They all bitched and fucking moaned and cried a lot. They all sat there and they all want to bitch about their fucking periods. Don't care. That's not my problem. That's your problem. You're a woman. That life's hell of a lot easier for you because you got tits and ass and a vagina. All guys want to be with you and that because of that. So your life's a little bit easier because mankind, well, we kind of like run the fucking place. So we make it easier for women and children. That's kind of our jobs as men. So anyway, so I'm sitting there. I'm just like, okay. She's zoning out in that. I'm taking like notes and that. And I'm talking to the boy, like one of the guys and about that. And he was told me, dude, she's fucked up today, bro. I'm like, yeah, she's fucking buzzed or bonkers or fuck kind of dumbass words to use. Completely gone. Like, you come into work from yesterday. Yesterday you left at 7 p.m. You have from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. to come into work. That's over 24 hours. And what'd you do? Right after working out, you go to a fucking concert. You get all fucked up. Let's say that you don't. Whatever. And then you sleep the whole fucking day away because you can't calm yourself down because just like anything else, people get very caffeinated, which they're not doing caffeine. They're all doing fucking, fentanyl or some bullshit like that or something used to that. But your brain gets so alerted, you say, I can't sleep. Yeah, of course you can't sleep, dumbass. Because your brain's overloaded with fucking supplements and shit. Which, cocaine's a supplement. No, I'm not saying this person does that stuff and that. But I know how it is to be very head high. Taking too much caffeine. Caffeine ain't no difference. It's just, it's like a tenth of what cocaine gives you. So if you ever took 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, you're fucking, your whole body fucking shakes and shit because your nervous system's reacting to the caffeine that. Oh. It's just how it is. Everyone knows about that stuff. Everyone knows how it is to be massively head high. So anyway, we had 17 food order that came in. I wanted to say a different way than that, but my brain's not connecting because I'm feeling retarded right now. And I'm doing this whole entire order by myself. And this person's just sitting there in the office, just staring at the fucking wall or something. I don't know what's going on. I said before my other stream that she's not a bad person, but work related, she's not the best fucking worker. When she is working, she does good. Oh yeah, you gotta do something to get paid. Like I'm literally sitting there, And I'm actually getting fucking pissed. Because I saw her walk by me like 2 times while I'm making orders at it. She didn't want to come in line and do anything with me. It was a 17 item order. That's what the order item. And it was for downstairs. I said, well, if we start getting fucking, drive-in orders coming in, it counts against our time. And I'm sitting there like, well, if you're not on the fucking damn line, help me out with a gigantic order that normally takes, at least 5 to 10 minutes to make, depending on how fast you make it. Yeah, it's going to take me 15 minutes to do it because I'm not going to move that fast. Because you're not on the line doing this, so I want you to understand that you're going to be disciplined because of this. I don't give a fuck how fucked up you are. I don't care about, it's a had a boom. And so say, if your work doesn't come first, you want a party to be fucked up, now you might as well just not even work. You might as well be a street person. Just go to be a street. Go to the streets again. Go live off of fucking random fucking things and that. Go be the party fucking street, person you want to be. Not saying this person's a hoe or not, but streets doesn't mean necessarily that you're just a hoe. You live off the party thing and then you never want to fucking grow up. You never want to grow into an actual adult. You want to stay a little fucking child. You want to stay that, I'm 20 years old type of shit. And I see, like, dude, you're a woman, you're almost 34. Well, reality is like, click the fuck in. You're not young. You're not fucking old. But at 30, you're supposed to have at least something. Like, have a stable job. Have this, have that. But you blow all your money out. You're always fucking broken out. And that's what the bulk of the women I work with. Almost all the women I work with, it's mostly women, they're all fucking broke. All of them are broke. They say, I have no money. I say, why you don't have money? Well, I blew all my money, this and this and this. Like, that's why men can't stand you bitches. You blow money on the stupidest fucking shit. You say like $10, $15 here and it makes me emotionally better. You know what makes you emotionally better? Let me fucking you makes you emotionally better. Spreading those fucking legs and let me plow in your ass, it makes you emotionally better. No, even that doesn't even work. You're just fucking broken because you rely on your past to look forward to your present. You're seeing your present from a past perspective. And you never grow out of it. Every single time anything happens, I spark up emotions with certain musics. Certain music spark up emotions, but I don't dwell in it. I just don't listen to that music. Some people dwell in it, and sometimes I have to, because sometimes people listen to that music and that. Listen like 3 Doors Down and that. Talking about, it was a slow song and that. And it may remind me of my past relationships and shit. And I don't want to learn about past relationships. I don't give a fuck about my past relationships. Maybe the only one I probably care about is my last girlfriend, because she was my last girlfriend. Yeah, I'm going to mention her now. She was the last one I was fucking with. But the whole point of it is that we have to eventually get past all this shit. And this is what I see a lot. Every time I go to any job and out of nowhere, the stupidest fucking shit that people say. It's like out of nowhere. It's like, don't women understand that your emotions don't fucking matter when you don't have any logic behind it? I remember a chick from Hooters I used to work with. She was hot. She was, she had thick butt. She had big old D-cup tits. She was skinny in that. She had pretty blonde hair in that. She was really pretty in the face in that. She would always be fucking really awkward towards me. And then we finally talked to that. And then she would say like, oh, well, you have the same name as my ex. I'm like, but I'm not your ex. But you remind me of him. Do I look like him? It's like, well, no, and there's your point. And then she obsesses about this dude. Yeah, because you'd probably cheat on him with another dude. That's why you're obsessed with him. Because you cheat on him and you got fucking blasting that big old huge fine ass of hers. She's pretty fine, I go lie. And then he fucking walked out on your stupid ass. Maybe you shouldn't have cheated, dumbass. And all the excuses are coming up. This is what I like about it. The female excuses are through the fucking roof. Males have excuses too, but I listen to female excuses way more, and that's fucking nauseating. This and that, this and that. If you're trying to say that you didn't do it, but people know that you are doing it, maybe you should just say that you're doing it so you can get on with it. It's like, I don't want anyone to know that I fucked 100 dudes in my ass. But everyone notices that I at least got 50 of those dudes, but really it's 100. And then eventually people start noticing that you got more dicks in your ass than you're supposed to. Oh no, that you actually did. Can't just confess it. At least some women out there, like that Bonnie Blue bitch, she's confessed that she's fucking all these dudes in that. I give her credit for that. At least she's confessing it. Because eventually it's gonna, it's gonna eventually grow a heart on her, and eventually she's gonna fucking go to Jesus anyway. You can only sin for so long until you get to the point where the devil is literally at your footsteps. He's literally at your doorstep, sitting there and being like, well, damn. I'm not saying that this Bonnie Blue chick, she's one of those super skinny model rich bitches. Her and her friend did a whole bunch of OnlyFans shit. She decided to get ran through by a whole bunch of dudes and that, and I don't believe it at all. I think it's all just fucking bullshit. Because I don't know how many fucking guys want to fucking have sex with someone like that. Just go jack off, boo. I mean, I get it that she's skinny, got a nice ass, I guess, I don't know, I never seen her naked, so I wouldn't even know, but all I know is she's skinny. But I digress from that. Females always do this stuff for that. And feminism is on the rise, but now it's falling apart, because women finally understand that, men aren't so bad because they're actually trying to help us. Yeah, you're just fucking stupid because you don't respect men. I said, why don't you respect men? Oh, because this man that rejected you because you're fucking crazy. The man that rejected you because you're crazy, that's why you're upset. Well, fuck yeah, bitch, you're fucking crazy. You do stupid shit. You get stupid fucking gifts. You get stupid answers. You dwell in your past, and your present can never exist when your mind's always emotionalized with your past. Shit does happen. You have to try to move forward. How many people think, when people die that they should dwell in their fucking past? The people should dwell in their past till the day they die. No. Because everybody that dies, know what they always say to their children or to whoever they had or took care of them that? They said, move forward, do better than me. Does everyone do that? That's what you should be thinking of. If anyone dies, they want you to do better than they did. Even the worst people in the world, when they die, they come at the peace of heart. Because Jesus Christ is great. He gives you that peace of heart right before you die in that. And everybody is normally doing the same things. They always, most likely, are telling their children, move on, get better than me. Don't do the same mistakes I have. I mean, you're going to do them inevitably because normally you do the same mistakes, but learn from them quicker. Understand more. And you keep that in your heart. Like my grandfather died like 5 years ago. And, he was like, I think he just hit 90 or really close to 90. And I'm just like, okay. He told me a couple things about life and that. He was in the Vietnam War and that, And he told me about, he didn't really talk about war that much then. But, he talked about, doing stuff that he always lived life very free. He's like, I don't care about this bullshit. When you see war and that, you want to be happy. Just exactly what it is. When you see the most negative of negative, you just want to be happy. That's what it is. When you're down and you're down in the shit or not, everybody just wants to be happy, just like me and that. I personally went down to emotional shithole. And I'm just like, why this, why that, negativity, blah, blah, blah. Well, then, if I never thought so negative, I never let negative stuff influence me as much, I could have banged one of the hottest girls in fucking high school. I could have been married to this gorgeous ass fucking Bosnian woman. I guess she was Bosnian or Albanian or something like that. She was tremendously fucking hot. She was in good shape. She was skinny and that. She had big old tits and shit. She was fine as can be. But that's what it is. Couldn't do it because I lived in my past. I let my negativity take over. Negativity never matters. It's only something that you notice that happens and then you repel it. There's one talking about people have mass anxiety now. You have anxiety because you have so much negativity. You're thinking so negative about yourself. And you'd be like, well, I'm not like this, like that. Yeah. No one ever thought so negative when they were younger. You think negative because you watch TV, you watch all these millionaire fucking douchebag Twitchers and all that stuff and that. And people like get to know them because they watch them and shit, and they're thinking that they're funny because they're fucking dumb. You know, they make millions and millions of dollars sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Like that John douchebag guy. I never watched his shit at all. I only see people complain about him because he's a fucking idiot. Dude's like barely a 22-year-old multi-million-dollar fucking Twitcher or YouTuber. He does stupid ass shit. He has all this fucking money now. I said, this is what happens. I do not believe people should be making millions of dollars off of YouTube when they're that fucking young. I believe there should be a schooling or something to discipline these children. Because when you make such currency without discipline, you become a fucking piece of shit person. That's just how it is. Because money can buy you a lot of things. And Satan says that specifically. The world can be yours if you let it happen. You have the rich and fame. You might get a couple hot girls now that suck on your dick. You might get some ass and that. But all at the end, judgment's gonna happen no matter fucking what. Doesn't matter how rich you are. Doesn't matter how bad you are. Doesn't matter how good you are. We're all gonna be judged at the end of days to begin with. Keep that in your mind. God judges everybody. One of the guys put it in a good perspective. I guess he's a preacher, not. He said, heaven's like a courtroom. The Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, the Savior, and then Lucifer, or Satan. Satan says, you sin to God is commit to death. That's why we die. We don't die because of the biological structure, all that stuff. No, we die because we sin. God put a time limit on us because of a sin. That's why we grow old. That's why we have a spirit and we have flesh. Our spirit never dies. Our flesh dies. We weren't supposed to grow old. We were supposed to live eternity. But, Adam and Eve kind of fucked that up. Now, why did they do that? Who knows? Because of free will? Yeah. Some people blame it on Eve. Some people blame it on Adam. Well, it was both of them. But God gave us free will, so we determine our whole lives. Even right now, I determine my own life. I love people. I want people to get better in life. People call me a shit talker. People call me a piece of shit person all the damn time. They don't say it to my face because I'm bigger than them. But when it comes down to it, I speak a good argument. I said, call me a piece of shit all you want. But it comes down to truth is truth no matter what you say. If you want to lie about it, every person knows their own personal truth. If you want to lie about it to others because you're scared of it, but how much more proof do you need to just speak the fucking truth about yourself? You don't need to speak it to everybody. It's only speaking to certain people that you come in contact with, that you actually work with, or that you're friends with and that. Because they know something's wrong. Every human being's got a vibe that we feel. We all feel vibes. We all are connected. That's why the vibes are there. They're more spiritual vibes. Our spirits are connected to each other. That's how we respond with each other. That's how we want to talk and emanate love with each other. Like, we could look at our eyes and flushly look at chicks' fat round ass and the big ass titties. We could be all excited with our flush. But people normally tend to react with their spirits. Our eyes are going to look. There's some chicks I'm fucking massively attracted to at my gym that I want to talk to that. And I see like this one girl, jet black hair. She she seems like she's kind of following me around the gym, and every time I leave in that, she does this and that, or she'll quickly come back to where she was. And I've been noticing a little bit here and there. She's a gorgeous woman, very attractive. But I don't do nothing because first off, I'm probably like 10 years older than her, so I really don't want to do anything. Just got a relationship with that. I'm not willing to just jump on that and be like, hey, baby, look at my arms. But the whole point of it is our spirits vibe off each other. People would say it's all hormonal or stuff like that. The spiritual thing is like getting to know someone, getting close to them. You're spiritually bonding with them. It's like a baby to a mother, or to a mother and a father. You bond to them spiritually. You want to love them. You're like, Daddy, I love you. He's like, oh, I love you, son. Mommy, I love you. I love you, son. That's what it is. It's a bondage. Does that bondage get weaker as you get older? It doesn't get weaker. It just changes. Because as you become more grown up, you get stronger. You get more independence. You want to grow your own family. Everybody's in that position. Why you get all these bitches online saying, I want to have a baby and that, but I'm 34 years old. Yeah, you're all millennials like I am. Yeah, I want to bear some fucking kids and that. I want to be able to perform and be able to sit there and give me some twat waffle and make me some fucking babies. Now, of course I do. It's not like I don't want to. Just you bitches are fucking crazy. You all used up. Your twat waffles look like fucking flopping bat wings. And most of the times you're just so fucking negative. Life's so bad for me now. One of the ladies I work with now, I always mean it's like, I'm so tired now. Would you please help me? What can I do? Suck my dick? Oh, yeah, we can do that. You're like begging and pleading to a man. And you're sitting there crying about it. And then when it doesn't work on me, you cry to another man about your fucking problems. And that man's just like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you. Talk to your man. Well, my husband's, if her husband's deceased. And they're like, okay. Shit happens. I understand. But most people don't die because of, just to die. So most people die because they do stupid ass shit. And it's sad. God's law is trying to protect us from doing dumb shit. So I see people that do drugs or drink and alcoholics and all that shit. Angry people. Now, being angry, more or less likely, if you're a very angry person, you rely on revenge and negativity and that, you might not live a long fucking life. Your life might end pretty quickly. And sometimes you might extend that life for forever and be suffering. What do you want to suffer for? Who wants to suffer? How do you want to live your life like that? I'm going to ask everybody. Who wants to live a life like that? I actually don't. I had 15 years of that shit. I didn't know crap about life. Said only if I read the Bible. Said only if I knew what Jesus was actually talking about. I actually took the Bible to a sense of knowing. If I only knew what Jesus was talking about, I wouldn't be the person. Well, I wouldn't be the person I am fucking today. It's not because the Bible is just a book of stories. It's a living life. And everyone's proven it more and more. You got Moses that part the Red Sea. They got proof of the parting now. They got proof of they got chariot things underneath there that were fucking examining that. That's what God tells us to study his creation to get to know him. His stories in the Bible are not fucking false. If that proves it, that means that Bible's stories have been around since the beginning of time. They're not stories. They're actual living proof of the living God in a book that the stuff's been passed down for thousands of years, and more stuff's being found. And all of a sudden, people want to bitch about, Israel. No, man. Jesus is king, period. So why not sit there and try to learn from it? People bring up religion so much. So it's not a religion. Religions are, it's a belief system. I want to believe, but you know what it is? I want to know. I want to know my Father in heaven. I want to know my Savior. I want to know the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, because they actually do exist. They're all around us. I want to know. And more that you know about what's really going on in this world, the less that Satan can fuck with you. Because all Satan can do is, he can't do nothing when you have faith. But when you know the Father and you actually know Jesus, and the more you get to know him the more close you get to the Father. Once you know the Father, there's nothing Satan can do. And he knows that. So I always see people do all this negative stuff. I critique it, just like most good people do. We don't do it out of spite. We don't do it out of reputations to make our lives better. My life's great. I don't need to have someone else's life. My life's beautiful now. Because I actually know what I'm doing. Can I be more successful and have a more comfortable life? Yeah, that takes time. But my life's beautiful. I may live with my parents right now for the time being. But my parents need me more than I need them. I live in my almost basically my childhood house. I've been in this house since I was 8 years old. It's getting close to 30 years. It's been like 28 years almost as of next year. $28. I gotta see. Okay, Lloyd's here. Nah, it's one of the carpenter guys that my dad hired to help finish up all of our crap and that. Damn, this arm can't reach up the back of this one. Shit. Let's stretch this out. Yeah, I gotta stretch out my right shoulder a little bit. But anyway, you could become better if you just understand, oh, that's a good stretch. But that's why I like to tell everybody, you can always get better as a human being. if you get just good advice from the God up above, there's many people that pray to God and get great advice. They notice things and that they don't just sit there and mean machine. What the fuck is this? Galaxy Force 2? What is that? I'm just curious what this is. Like a space shooter. Oh, that's that thing right there. Oh my god, this is so fast. Why are you so dumb? This game's fucking terrible. I tried. It's this one. Yeah. That game is fucking weird. I might not have ever played Phantasy Star 3 before. Yeah, this song's always mesmerizing. Yeah, the boss of this song's very I have to say it's kind of emotional with me. And I have to talk about it. Is anyone that knows childhood emotions and that we all have them, we all live in a way of like saying like, damn, I wish I could live back then. As you get older and that, everyone has childhood memories that were just fantastic, or when you're younger and that, like in your teenagers or in your 20s. As I say, people are not fully grown until they hit like their 30s. And honestly, so does God. God says that specifically, actually. Jesus talks about it. That 30 years old is when you finally have lived long enough to understand life. People say, oh, when you're 20s you're supposed to play, and at 30s you're supposed to settle down. I don't believe the whole feminist thing in that completely 100%, that you can't settle down in your 30s. You can. There's been plenty of people that do it. Why people do it when they're younger? Because they're more emotionally capable of bonding to people. But as you get older and that, it's not saying you can't bond with people. It's more likely that you bond with too many people. That's why I say body counts matter. I can't say body counts altogether. It's the emotional counts that matter. Because you emotionalize with that man, it's because you have emotions with another man. Say, like, with my ex and that, I think about her a lot. I think about her a lot, but I don't think about her in a way that's distracting. And it's only at certain times of the day. Like, probably before I go to bed or something like that. Sometimes she goes in my mind. I think about the peaceful things that me and her had together. It makes me fall asleep. If she ever heard that, hopefully it touches her, because it honestly does. It makes me feel relaxed. I don't think about all the bad stuff. I don't care what happened with the bad, because it wasn't anything that had nothing. It had nothing to do with me. She was personally upset with, her past, and she could never get over it. And she still, as of today, relies on people that she used to be with in her early past. Yeah, it's the first people that you were with. You're doing the hey stranger shit. That's all it is. And like, it's not to say this person can't settle down. I wish she could. I wish you get off the fucking weed. I wish you would sit there and see her try sometimes and that. Sit there and believe in love again. If you made the mistake, just don't do it again. One of the things I tell everybody, I told her this, just be happy. Who said, be happy for what? Be happy that you're alive. Be happy that you have a TV you can watch. Be happy that you have people around you that like you and that. Be happy that you have a boyfriend that actually wants to love you and that. Be happy that you have a cat. Be happy about everything that you do in your life. Happiness is a choice. It's not anything that's granted to you. God grants you free will. All you do is have to accept it. You accept the happiness. You accept the love. But some people don't really like. They don't want to think about it from that perspective. And I understand it's hard. Oh, I think it's been posted before. Yeah, I did. Okay, this is our 4. I'm sorry, this game looks. color and the cat. Nah, it's fucking glowing out there. Yeah, that's how people married back then. A woman can't decide a man alone. What the fuck? What? Cool. Okay. That's kind of dumb. Okay. Bro. You walk so slow. Yeah, I think it does have Got really confused. What? 75 in there. That's just 59. 55 years. Tomorrow's a thunderstorm chance. We're going on the rain. I'm gonna do a little bit more talking than that. Guess I'll continue talking about what happened the other day. But yeah, it just pissed me off in that. So like, continue my story. So basically, I was doing that 17 order and that, and she was just like sitting there like zoning the fuck out, like walking around like she's got some, I don't know, she was high on something or whatever the fuck it was. And so I'm just sitting there, getting kind of mad at that, and finally, she went to the bathroom and that. And like, you already went to the bathroom literally not even 30 minutes ago. So I have to go pee this time. Like, you literally went to the bathroom like 30 minutes ago, honey. And you said you have to go pee again. You don't pee in 30 minutes. I'm sorry. It's estimated about 2 hours you have to go pee every 2 hours. If you drink a good amount of fluids. Well, honey, you're not peeing in there. Someone, you're spending way too much time in there. You're sitting in there zoning the fuck out on your phone, pretending to fucking do something. I know that because I know a lot of people that do that shit. Because I would have to say, I was kind of one of them when I was younger than that. So, you know, the more I sit there, the more I know what's going on in that. I'm just like, okay. Like, what's really happening? Like, why are you not speaking the truth about what the fuck's going on with you? You're just sitting there just saying stuff. It makes no sense. First time you say you have to go to the bathroom, and like 9, 30, maybe 40 minutes later, now you're like, oh, I have to go pee now. Why don't you go pee the first time you went to the bathroom? That means you're lying, first off. So you're a fucking liar. And second off, you're probably doing other things. What else are you doing there? I mean, you're at a fucking job, and every single time, this woman wants me to work with her because she doesn't want to do anything on her own because she's scared of performing. Like, why? Like, you've been working here longer than me, and you're scared of performance. I said, listen here. The reason why you're like that is because you panic too much. Panicking too much means you don't know shit. It means your brain's trying to figure out stuff in a way that's hurting you. Like, when I look at people that have panic attacks and that, because I kind of did when I have mass anxiety now, like when I get in arguments with people and that, you know, there's always a short panic in that. People have panic attacks all the damn time over just really stupid shit. Hey, baby. What? You guys want to go outside? You gotta stay in that yard. You don't go in the front. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sit outside for a little bit. I think I'm top touch. You guys go pee. But anyway, in that, like, come on, get your big old butt in there. Hey, babies. Gotta give my puppy some love. Not puppy. Guys are crazy. Lay down here. What? You all happy puppy. Stop being shit off the floor, you weirdo. I got a treat, bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, you're silly. Uh-oh. Go upstairs, go play. Go get her. Go get Ruby. Oh, feels so good to lay down. But yeah, as you said, like we're talking that me and the boy, me and the boys were talking shit. At least one of them that we were talking about it, and like I was just like, dude, it's like I'm getting kind of pissed off that she's online. It's like, why don't you tell her? It's like it ain't gonna do no good. Cause all she could do is make up a billion fucking excuses. That's what she always does anyway. I told she gets caught with something that's instantly excusable. Like, yeah, it's because you're fucking doing something you're not supposed to do. So now I gotta talk to to my upper management to talk to them about what happened. That I said she needs to be critiqued. Now, if she wants to fucking keep on doing the stuff that she's doing, whatever fucking drugs that she's doing, that whatever fuck she's on, that she has to understand her work comes first. If she can't perform, that you guys cannot have her on. She cannot be by herself closing. She can't be a shift lead without other people being there, other management being there. She can't do it by herself. She tries to in that, and not saying that she doesn't do her job, but there's some days, like we worry about our times and that. She did not give a fuck about her time. She looked at her times and that, and she didn't care at all. We didn't have that many fucking orders. We had maybe 15, maybe 20 orders that whole entire fucking night. Maybe 30 at most. But it was spread out throughout 4 hours of me working there, 5 hours of me working there. And like, we were doing just fine until one of the other managers got off at 10. And then I started making stuff in that. We started doing okay. And she didn't give up the time, but she talked about it. She's like, oh, well, we need to get our times down and all that stuff. And I'm like, how do we get our times down when you're not on the fucking floor to get the times down? Like, I get it, that you were on the floor and that for that brief moment and that because you had to. But as soon as everyone else left, it was just the overnight crew people. You start seeing the sway of like being lazy, and then that complaining start coming in. I listen to the words of people because people actually speak how they actually feel, well, when they speak. But what they actually say means quite a bit. So we were talking that, and she says, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, you got good ears and that, because she heard something I didn't even hear in that." And I said, "You got good ears now. You hear a lot of stuff." And she says, "Yeah, I hear everything. I hear all the shit talking." And I said, "Everybody talks shit here." Like contemplating with her, and she's like, "Oh, well, like getting like she's like, oh, don't no don't say I do it, bitch. I know you fucking do it. You're the main one that does it, honey." I'm like, you're the one, and the talking shit is a phrase of stating that you're lying about something to get dramatized by it. That's all that actual phrase is. When people like, I don't talk. I talk truth about what people are fucking doing. I'm not trying to make anything better for me because I'm already the best fucking worker that we fucking got in this damn place. I'm already the one that does everything without even being told what to fucking do half the time. It's not more of the time. It's like, it ain't nothing to do with me making my life better. My life's great. older shit talking people have to say and the lions have to say is because they want to make their life easier because they don't want to fucking work. So one of the things this woman said, I overheard her Nat. We were sitting there on the overnight Nat last week and she was talking about one of the guys that works with us. I'm just like, okay, I'm hearing this stuff and that. And she was saying, like, oh, he doesn't work that good and all that stuff and that. And then, like, it was like, she's very nitpicky. I'm like, bitch, what do you mean you don't work that good? It's like, you don't even work half the time. You want everything to be basically done for you before I fucking leave, so you don't have to do as much. Like, number one, you're not a starter. You're the expediter. Okay? You're not dealing with the starting thing unless I leave or unless something happens that you have to start. Okay. Your job title is management. You are a manager of this shift, which means everything goes on you, period. You're supposed to critique your crewmates to make them better so they can be able to perform better. But there's a big ass but there. That if you are not critiquing yourself also for the dumb shit that you do, which means the stuff that you are supposed to do and you don't do it, then guess what? How are you mentally supposed to critique others when you can't critique yourself? Do better. So to me, you're not a manager to me. You're a damn coworker. You take manager stuff, yeah, you count the stuff and that, blah, 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 blah. But you're not a fucking manager because you don't take control. Because you don't control yourself. You just want to control others. Taking control is both ways. You take control of the whole situation. You are the standard. So if you slack off and don't do shit, your crewmates follow with you. They slack off, they don't do shit. And guess what happened? They did that. Until I said something, and then they start helping me out because they're trying to follow what the manager's trying to do. The manager's slacking off, doing this, not on the line that. And I did it on purpose so I could sit there and be like, I'm not babysitting you anymore. We work as a team, or I work by my fucking damn self, and you could just get fucking slammed and get criticized by the upper management because you're not doing your damn job. All these complaints, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about your fucking complaints. I don't care about your emotional overdraws, your anxiety, your depression, That's all personal bullshit. I care about my job because my life is not like your life. I don't have all those problems at fucking 30 something years old. I don't give a fuck. I walk around free as a bird. If I want to go out to eat, I go out to eat. If I want to pick up a girl on that, I'll pick up a girl on that. Whatever I desire to do, I can do it. Not a matter of choice of doing it or not. I don't have nothing controlling me. Like drugs. Drugs control your life. That's why you keep taking them. Because you think there's no way out. It's easier to be seduced by drugs in general. It sedates your mind to live in a reality that doesn't exist. So when you pop in and out of reality, when reality comes up and kicks you in your fucking ass, you say, oh my God, I gotta work now? I gotta do stuff? And you start complaining like a child because guess what? The drugs are not as working as good. If you want to be in a crazy house, be in a crazy house then. Go in a crazy house, be fucking brain dead for your whole entire life, sitting there drooling on the fucking wall thinking about your past. Let everyone else move on. Because I don't like it, neither does anyone else. I don't like seeing people sitting there and they're so fucking miserable and they make everyone want to be miserable too. Not saying this person was being super negative. She wasn't. But her vibe was down as fuck. Like she just fucking, like she didn't get sleep for like 24 hours. Yeah. Then we're called junkies. That's what junkies do. They have a period where they sit there and they want to eat and snack on food all day. The thing is, this woman doesn't give a fuck. Me and the other guys are sitting there watching her online, and I'm seeing it. Like, she doesn't care about the fucking job. She doesn't care about anything. All she cares about is getting high. That's what junkies do. And we work with one that used to be like that. He said everything was all about the drugs. Didn't matter. They don't care. Like, well, fine. Well, then I don't care either. So now you're going to be critiqued again. Get mad. I really don't give a fuck. Get demoted. That's not my problem. That's yours. And then watch the shit talking immense. Watch this person say a bunch of fucking shit. And many people are not going to believe her because a lot of people know me. I come in being the same person every damn day. Nothing really changes. Talk about different shit. My mindset's the same. I'm always sitting there. I'm on the job. I might be yawning and I'm like, oh, I'm just waking up and that. I have energy drinks and that. Maybe eat a little bit of food and that. And I start to wake up and I start being really talkative. I have two things. Either I'm very talkative or I'm really focused and I'm just like zoned the fuck out. Because the job's easy. I zone out the job. I look like my eyes are barely open and I do the job in my fucking sleep. But the whole point of it is that when we see people like this, I said before, when I was working at Zips, I worked with a junkie. She was cool as fuck when she wasn't high. She was cool. She was funny in that, very talkative in that, very nice in that. But when she got high in that, man, she was just miserable. All this misery in that, and like sit there yelling, screaming. And I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to, bitch? Like, you should not be talking to anybody like that. It's like, you're yelling, screaming that, like, we're trying to like follow policy in that. Like, dude, we're trying to follow policy in that. And even like during the time while I was talking to her, they said, don't let her do anything. If she breaks it even more, it's going to cost us even more. Tell her to stop doing it. I'm like, I'm trying to, bro. She's a fucking idiot. So you got to stop doing that. But when people get frustrated and they hit the word no in their head, every time anyone hears the word no in their head and they're junkies, they're on drugs, they temper tantrum. They get loud. They want to get right. Man, oh my man, I'm about to just lay you out. I'm gonna knock a bitch out because you can't be doing that shit. Not saying I did that, but more less likely it goes through my head, just like anybody else that deals with that shit. Anyone at work, female or male, you ever deal with a junky ass person? You're like, oh my god, it's like, dude, just fucking work. Thank you. We like so. That's what drugs do to you. Drugs make you want to live in your past bullshit over and over again. You think taking more of it's gonna alleviate you? You think smoking weed's gonna get rid of your past? Weed is an eternity of suffering. That's what weed's there for when people use it for those type of things. Trust me, I try to do the CBD shit and all that crap and that. It takes the edge off, but it comes back. You know what works even better? Ooh, I'll bring it out. No, it works better than any other drug in the world. Praying to Lord Jesus Christ. That is what works. I don't care about, I don't take no fucking anxiety medication, no depressant medications. I don't take any of that fucking garbage ass bullshit. You know why? Because it's a spiritual battle, guys. This ain't a mental battle. This is a spiritual battle. These demons are relentless. They don't care. And the more you know about them, the less they can't do nothing to you because God covers you. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't believe in that stuff. I said, that's why your life sucks. You don't pray. You don't show humility. You don't show surrender. You surrender yourself. It doesn't mean you can't live your life. I still go to the gym. I still do all the stuff I do. I surrender my emotions to God. I surrender my anxiety to God. I surrender my worriness to God. I surrender myself to Jesus because that is what He's there for. I have way better sleep now because I surrender myself. I have way better sleep. I'm recovering better. I'm getting stronger. I'm mentally getting stronger. And everything, I'm spiritually getting stronger because I'm surrendering myself. And not saying I do it all the time, no. But I do it more and more each day. So I keep telling myself, I just want to be happy. That's what I tell myself every day. I just want to be happy. I don't want to be miserable. I don't care about my past. I can't break my emotions of my past are dead. Like it's hard to even feel them anymore because it doesn't matter. But people say it does. I say if your emotions matter that much, then go in that same asylum and register yourself in as a crazy person. You know what all crazy people are? You're all tormented by demons, and medications just keep you that way. That's just what it does. Medications keep you that way. People would say, well, why is that? I say, well, it's because God's supposed to be your medication. That's the reason why. Look at that bed. Dang, that brings back the old days. Dang, this boy be dorking it up over here. Man, that's what it is being a child. This brings back my childhood. Being a child now, everything's just fun, entertainment. So like even when I enjoy going to work, like I actually really enjoy going to my job. I love coming in because people are pretty cool up there for the most part. A lot of people there are noticing what's going on, and they're fighting. We're all fighting together in that. And I told them a lot of them didn't have any voices to speak in that. And I come and I speak my fucking voice, and I don't give a fuck. I say, you know what? This is what happens when a man's in charge. A man's voice gets heard. And I'm not going to sit there and play these fucking games with people in that want to pretend to work. You can get the fuck out of the way because this fucking freight train's coming through, and I don't need weak ass people on board because I'll be blowing through the fucking bullshit. Because me personally, just like many other people, that we're tired of the bullshit. We're tired of the fucking feminism. We're tired of this whole drug abuse of all these fucking people in that. We're tired of anti-Christian fucking values. We're tired of it. We're tired of people sitting there and living their life, in whatever sense we live. You can't live in humility, then get the fuck out. You can't live with grace, get the fuck out. You can't live with having mercy and forgiveness, get the fuck out. No one wants you. No one wants you here. If you put all the satanic people, throw them all in fucking Los Angeles, I don't care. Let that whole fucking city burn to the fucking damn ground. I really don't care. Not saying everyone's bad in Los Angeles. Not saying everyone's bad in New York, but that's where the majority of the bullshit happens. Throw all those people over there. They want to sing there and listen to a bunch of fucking crazy ass people and that rapping about fucking people and that. And beat people up and all that shit and that. Nah, I don't have nothing to do with that. You can go fuck off. Go someplace else. Let people have room for the Holy Spirit to come in. Let people have room for Jesus to come in. Because I'm tired. This shit is just ridiculous. Honestly, Jesus needs to come back. This shit is ridiculous. For all these years and that, how people are back and forth with stuff and that. I've seen the changes. 90s and that weren't that bad. People still do a lot of traditional stuff in that. But a lot of it all started coming in during the 70s and 60s and all the hippies. There's different kinds of hippies in that. There was all loving hippies then. There were just chill ass hippies. The all love, free love hippies that, they were all the ones that brought upon all the hoes. They brought upon all the fucking women that fucked everybody, all the guys that fucked everybody. That's where all the players and all the hoes came from. And they produced children that, and all their children are living as of today as millennials, as, Gen Xers and that. People are all in their 50s, 40s, and 30s and that. Maybe their late 20s and that. They're all the hoe generation, for the most part. for the ones that weren't traditional. Like my parents were traditional. You know, they got married. They're still married today. They love each other, and they really do. They don't show it 24/7, but they showed enough. Actually, I thought I was gonna go to the gym. That my body wants me to take a nap. Yeah. Oh man, I love listening to my body. My body says it's tired. And I just ate a bunch of food and that I'm trying to recover and shit. Still a little bit. I need a little more sleep. So, last is going to go back to sleep. Got off at like 12 midnight, something like that. 12:05, 12:09. I didn't get home till like 1. Didn't go to bed till like 2:30. And now I'm just like, I'm ready to sleep. Woke up at like 6. Probably still like 4 hours. I don't know. I had to make it home from work and that. When I crashed, I only sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. And now it's getting closer to 12 and now I'm starting to feel that crash again. I'm just like, my body's just tired. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this because I know I'm going to wake up at like 4. So I'm about to go to the gym today, but I think my body doesn't want me to. So, because I was planning on going at like 12 or 1. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go today. I'm going to go tomorrow on my day off. No, it's on my day off. Just going to do that shit. Yeah, the only problem is I got that guy on the fucking roof right now. He's making a lot of more fucking noise. So I have to turn up my TV and then try to counteract it. But yeah. Stay safe, guys. Pray. Because Jesus is always there. Jesus is always there for everybody. I don't care if you're a Muslim, Buddha, whatever it is. Jesus conquers all of it. Some people don't want to say that, but it's the truth. Got to watch Horror Geek. I love Horror Geek. He's my favorite person to watch. Yeah, he doesn't cuss that much. Anyway, I'm gonna get off now. You guys have a good one. That I'll be back on later. Peace. God bless.